Hi everyone, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 23rd of December. On the 23rd of December we have a new moon, so we just had the solstice. Now we've got the new moon. So new moon energy is all about new beginnings, which the solstice has called us to plan for, even if it's just new ways of thinking and doing things. Improving your life, starting new projects, looking for a new career, beginning new courses and things like that. Rearranging your home or office for comfort and practicality is a good use of this energy. For some of you, it's not best to take practical action just yet, but like I was saying when I was talking about the solstice, still plan, write it down, reflect on what changes you need to make, creating a strategic plan to ensure you will stay consistent in trying to achieve your threats or continuing your goals. Don't underestimate the planning side of things. People are more likely to think more independently under the new moon, focusing on their own priorities so they can become more introverted, less socializing. Anything started under the new moon period is well aspected to be a success in the long run if you are prepared to do the hard work to make your dreams a reality. Negatively, people can become intensely focused on their needs at this time, and this can lead to egotistical and selfish behaviour, and at the other extreme, controlling behaviour to get what people may manipulate to get what they want, which can cause full-blown arguments as people battle with each other to say, oh, well, I'm going to use my willpower to dominate the environment. Oh, no, I am. And, that sort of thing. But all in all, the new moon is a good time to invest money in your own personal development or long-term investments in stock or any other markets, especially those related to food, creativity and entertainment. But make sure you check facts and before you take any sort of like risk. So at the time of the moon makes a square to Jupiter, so this reminds us that the journey of personal transformation and success calls for discipline. So don't succumb to the law of apathy and complacency. It's time to embrace the spirit of positivity and taking the initiative, fostering a sense of optimism so that you can just reach for the stars, not letting anything stand in your way. Mercury's conjunction to Venus gives us the opportunity to be more civilized with each other, be more empathetic and listen to other people's requests with an open heart. So again, it supports conflict resolution, taking care of those you care about with a good meal or words, maybe some poetic ones for you budding Shakespeare's out there. Mercury also makes a conjunction to Pluto, so just watch out for style-demanding behaviour. Some people may take it to the extreme and make their opinions known through fiery speech and radical action. But the positive use of this aspect is taking time out to have meaningful dialogue and steering clear of superficial conversations. Also, this power can be used to manipulate others, so watch out for that. Make sure you collect all the facts, check all the details, especially in social and romantic settings, especially with anyone new. Do not ignore the red flags. Uranus makes a conjunction to the North Node, so again, this just allows exploring, going beyond the familiar, exploring new possibilities. Some people may just say and do things as well with this energy. Uranus is involved here just to get a reaction as well, but take a calculated approach to anything that opens you up. Be creative. Mars is sextile to Chiron. This influence can make some people act in a way that triggers other people's emotional or psychological pain, but it allows for you to give that extra loving care and attention to yourself and those around you, and giving back, especially to those who don't have as much as you. Mercury makes a sextile to Neptune as well, so supporting exploring those creative projects and giving you the power to be courageous and do all you can to get in touch with that side of you that likes music, like arts, and letting your imagination take flight as well. But remember again, even though it supports you making these grandiose plans and stuff, you have to make sure that you make a plan and follow through in those actions to follow it through. The Sun squares to Jupiter gives the power to have faith in your own abilities and the determination to reach your own goals and have a more positive attitude to your life, increasing self-confidence. Those who want to step up into a leadership role, New Year's coming, maybe a new job, look online, search, look for a new career, start your own career as well. Taking a calculated chance can bring rewards in the long run. Unfortunately, though, the negative end of this, some people can become so self-absorbed in their own self that they can hinder others from being themselves and saying, well, my way is the best way and stuff. People can overestimate their abilities, and this kind of carelessness can lead to mistakes. You may think that you know it all, but some of you may have gaps in your understanding relevant information, and this can cause mistakes. So you can just watch, I don't know, a Netflix documentary and now think you're a psychologist or something like that. This sort of influence does this kind of thing. So just make sure you got all the facts, and you may just feel like you're having some kind of awakening, but know that on the path to awakening there's many backtracks, so just be careful about that. Mercury's trine to Uranus allows you to be optimistic even in the face of adversity, have a keen eye for detail and judgment, and the capacity to resolve any conflicts that comes up with yourself or with other people right now. Venus makes a trine to Uranus as well, so this allows you to find balance in all your relationships with yourself, your higher power, your lower self, sharpens intuition and provides the courage to be liberated from conformity. If you wish, the December new moon reminds you that with dedication comes great reward, newfound enthusiasm for life, and a fresh, fun approach to relationships. Some questions to ask yourself during this period are you ready to switch things up and explore something new? Shake off the dullness of everyday routine and dare to be yourself, to be the person you always wanted to be. And also, Venus trine Uranus allows us to laugh at ourselves, laugh at the world, even if your life is kind of crap and everything falls apart right now. Venus also makes a trine to the North Node, so this influence can be a catalyst, supporting a sort of emotional, spiritual transformation that can be fainted encounters, friendship and creative collaborations, and committing to new things or relationships, or deepening commitment in an existing relationship. But make sure what you're looking at, who you're looking at, is what you need in your life, rather than seeing at you what you want to see. Still, that could be a reality of delving inward to uncover your greatest dreams. A person in your dreams or daily life that motivates you to do better can also help you to open up more emotionally and psychologically and tap into your soul, higher consciousness, or begin a rewarding adventure and decide wisely to gain the most from your life. This energy sort of like supports all of that. Also, at the time of the new moon, the sun and the moon are in the 8th degree of Sagittarius. Tagline for this degree is rocks and things forming therein. So this new moon is calling for you to connect with the mysterious flame within your soul, higher consciousness that has the power to both cleanse your thoughts and alter your behaviours. Powers from the core of your psyche can react to external events with more enthusiasm and more involvement in collective dreams and feelings, to leave the past and move forward, taking baby steps to refine your life, even though your conscious self may not notice the modifications until they are made manifest through conscious and continuous improvement. But some of you will have this sort of just deep understanding that may come through a dream, as I said earlier, or through a person that is shifting you, and then your behaviours may slowly start to change over time, but you won't really understand why this has happened. This degree again shows that a positive transformation can come if you always are ready to take the next step, and the symbol signifies the internal changes that can be accomplished by psychological and emotional development. Jupiter is in the 7th degree of Pisces, and the tagline of this is a cross lying on the rocks. So this imagery comes up a majestic sort of like cross which gleams in the light cast by the sun. And just remember, we're coming out of the winter solstice period, and on this the cross is perched atop some rocks and the sea and its mist is enveloping it, and its presence serves as a reminder of the power of standing firm in your convictions no matter the odds or the outcome. This new moon reminds that we may have to go alone at times. It can be a very lonely journey to follow your own and true authentic path. Still, the energy of this new moon is reminding you that you have all you need within you to make powerful adjustments in your life and to start to continue to heal your psychological, spiritual and emotional traumas. This energy supports those who refuse to conform to society and other people's expectations, but instead strive to be authentic and considerate of others and themselves and their habits, and just to move forward through them. And times when you're letting go of things, when you're recognizing your own pain, it can get very dark indeed, as symbolized by the new moon. When the moon's not visible at the time of the new moon, nevertheless there is power within yourself if you tap into it that can fill your inner void and sustain you, giving you the strength and provide a guiding light to your own inner and higher power, ignoring outward calls to be who you are not, and going towards who you are, letting go of your comfort zone, focusing on your own conscience and your authentic wishes, will eventually lead you to have an aura that exudes self-determination and confidence. If you listen to that still, calm inner voice, it can guide you. Uranus is in the 22nd degree of Aries. The tagline is the Garden of Desire. So this energy just reminds you to just be careful and watch what you do with your desires at this time, not to just run and numb yourself with intoxicating substances or distractions. Although it may be painful, it's cold, you want some comfort, you want to hook up, you don't want to be alone, but just think about what these quick fixes actually do to your overall well-being in the long run. Normally they lead you to feeling guilty about what you've done, especially, and you regret it, and then it just creates a cycle of shame and guilt and repeat and just highs and lows and doing the same thing and repetitive. So try and break free of any destructive patterns that you have. Okay, so there's a lot going on today, but I really just want to take a chance to talk a bit more in depth about two aspects I already mentioned today, because they are exact today. So it's Mercury SemiSextile Saturn. So this allows for us to be passionate, to delve deep into concepts and gaining a comprehensive understanding that can help with the new moon and thinking about where you want to take your life next, and the winter solstice energy as well, thinking of what you want to release and let go of. Provides you the chance to just again be more enthusiastic and understanding and motivational about taking action to change your life around. Allows for you to effectively communicate even the most complex things, so to have those difficult conversations, especially if you're thinking about leaving a relationship or anything like that. Great energy for those who work in spiritual or alternative health fields to spread knowledge and light, and gives the capacity for clear and detailed analysis and the chance to make difference. I don't, you probably noticed, but I've got a speech impediment and delayed speaker, so now I'm just embracing the fact that sometimes I slip up words, because you can only be who you are. Venus BiQuintile smiles, so I'm having my the person who edit this, sort of like leave the mistakes in. There can also be increase in popularity due to the Venus BiQuintile Mars transit, so it's a reward for a job already well done. Some of you can do that, or there can be some surprise last minute changes. You can feel happier, more creative and comfortable in your own body, mind and soul. So it supports that sort of self-love, taking care of yourself. Some of you may want to have more fun and adventure, doing all you can to break free from routine and being less bored. You can order a different lunch, wear brighter colours and be more playful in general. Also, under this influence, passion and sensuality can run high in intimate or casual relationships. So add to that new moon energy of just wanting things their own way and a bit egotistically, or just, it doesn't always have to be that. It can just allow you to be more passionate and have more sensual times, maybe taking a bath, shower together, just staring into each other's eyes, building that sort of non-sexual intimacy. Although it can be more of a indirect influence for some, you know, this energy of passion and stuff. So for some of you, it can just be an innate knowing that you're both, or how, if you're in a throuple or anything like that, everybody involved in the relationship wants to be there. And so, yeah, all in all, this transit gives a nurse to move forward in your life and supports everything what the new moon wants to give to you. Some of you may think about moving abroad or within your country to live the life you always wanted, but it's also a reminder that you always take you with you. So as well as changing your location, if you're thinking about just running away from your problems, don't forget to transform the things that need to be understood, healed and managed within yourself. And I'm all up for moving sometimes, because sometimes the people around you won't allow you to be who you want to be, even if you try and put those boundaries in and all the rest of it and be as assertive as you can. Sometimes you need to just distance yourself. So if you think that a change of location will be authentically beneficial to you, then do it. Some of you may join an organisation where long distance travel is part of the job requirements, or in terms if you're just joining in your spare time, you may have to travel to different locations. Others of you may decide to set up your own business that will require a lot of travel to be successful, like a tour promoter, photographer, architect, blogger, ski instructor, or like a telemedicine professional consultant that goes around to surgeries and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the daily scope. It's a bit of a long one again, but lots of things happen this week. Solstice and new moon. Take care and see you tomorrow.